Okay, no more playing around here. We're gonna dive right into some Etrian with Koronic. Say hi, Koronic.
Hi, Cornick.
Alright, now say hi to everyone else.
Hello, everyone else.
We practiced this.
Not only did we practice it, we got the audio just right. We really we pulled out all the stops.
we're
Things
going
might work.
we're gonna stop this video and I'm gonna look at the recording and everything's gonna be wrong.
Make sure you remember to hit the record button.
I did.
Okay, good.
No,
Just check that OBS. Look for that red circle. You're good to go.
the first thing I made sure was that my Stream Deck actually tells me when I am and not streaming and recording, which it does.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good.
And so far it hasn't given me a wrong signal. So
Far.
I just hope everything's coming through all right. I'm assuming it is.
It's
And
alright. It'll just for some reason it turns into a game of Yar's Revenge on Twitch.
Okay, so you can't actually see this. You're just looking at the game. You're not seeing my my VTuber screen or anything.
That is correct. Yes.
But like, so I normally set up my camera. Like if you calibrate it while you're looking at your monitor instead of looking at the camera, then your character, and this is just for people who can actually see this, but your character will be like looking off to the side when you look at your screen. No, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. If you look, I have a camera between two monitors. So like right now I'm looking at the monitor on my right, and it makes my character look to the right. And I must be sitting too high in my chair because he's also looking down, but whatever.
Okay.
And if I look to the left at my main monitor that I'm gaming on, it looks like I'm looking straight ahead because I calibrated it with me looking at that monitor. But if I were to have looked at the camera, I would still
be looking off to the side.
Yeah, I would be looking off to the side when looking straight ahead at my monitor, so it would look like I'm looking at the screen. But I found that, like, I don't know why, even though it's the same position, no matter which way I calibrate it, for some reason, if I do that, it'll occasionally mess with the mouth movement of the character when I'm looking off to the side.
Problem, honestly,
so I've been just looking at it straight lately.
Well, whatever works.
So yeah, when I said I was going to dive right in, that was a total lie, and this is probably going to be something I turn into a short. Okay. Ready for some Etrian?
Oh, I totally am.
Alright, let's play. I told you about my lousy party. I keep looking over at my monitor like you're sitting next to me and I'm talking to you. Alright.
Am I only coming in one ear of the headphones? Is that what's happening?
No, it's just that my second monitor has like a 4-screen split thing where you've got like your audio thing bouncing up and down when you talk, so it's like my only indicator that there's a presence. You're a ghost otherwise, so it's like it keeps drawing my attention.
I see.
I'm not a VTuber, I'm a V-boomer.
Yeah, right. See, this is why I didn't bother with the whole camera or VTuber thing. I was just like, no one needs to see my stupid face.
No, you didn't bother with it because you are, like me, much older than most people doing it, and you're a more sensible person than I am.
Well, no, I mean, like, I had the camera when I started streaming. I just was like, no one needs to see my stupid face. Let's go.
No, I mean, there was no problem with the videos I saw with your face on them.
Well, those aren't for my gaming channel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, no, I actually don't like... I love VTubers. I could never stand watching people who were gaming, like, with their real face, because so many people don't realize that they just have dead eyes. And, like, you have to purposely make a VTuber with dead eyes for them to have dead eyes, which is kind of cool sometimes.
That 1,000-yard stare?
Yeah.
Man, this is bringing back some nostalgia.
Oh, yeah, they got... I mean, the music is great, as always.
Yeah, it sounds just right.
Yeah, like, I didn't think the music was going to sound quite right because it wouldn't be coming out of the horrible Nintendo DS speakers.
Yeah.
But there it is. So I think I already took care of all my goods from last time. We can just jump right into the dungeon.
Yes.
And I told you about my terrible party, right?
Yeah, you have all kinds of people in the wrong rows and, you know, characters, classes, and areas where they just don't belong, all that good stuff. You're like the guy that plays wizardry with like a team of all thieves.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of combinations in this game that I would love to try with like weird character builds, but I was trying to go for.
How far did you get in this one on DS when you were playing on that?
I'm at the very end of it, but I still haven't beaten it. I'm like right at the end too. I've got like one more floor to complete, but I started doing all the side quests. I've had this game for 20 years and I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a handheld, so it falls through the cracks very easily.
I think I'm forgetting something from last time. I think I was gonna buy my archer a bow, so maybe we do go back to town real quick.
All right.
Because I thought that the survivalists used daggers, and I guess
you mentioned this to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that
maybe
wasn't the case.
Maybe they can use some, but not all.
Yeah, so we need to get him a better weapon.
Sure.
I don't know if we can use bows in the front row. Nope.
You can.
Wrong button.
Usually, just their advantage goes away.
I mean, I can move him to the. He's one character that can be swapped to either row, and it doesn't really change how he plays.
Yeah,
or she, I guess. It's a tomboy.
Your two people in the front row are already pretty fragile, so you need him or that might be a him.
It's the female model. It's just a very tomboyish one. There's 2 male and 2 female. This was one of the female.
Okay.
They added 1 extra portrait to each character.
I saw that. Yeah.
This. And they're pretty cool. All right, I can't afford a bow yet, so we'll get that next time. We don't need it right away.
You don't have enough N.
Yeah.
For Nintendo DS.
Welcome to the next level.
It's thinking.
I still keep looking over at the other screen when you talk. Let's see.
Did you properly turn off auto mapping?
No, I'm keeping auto mapping on because it is too annoying to try and do the mapping with a controller, and I'm using a controller. Like any of the mapping I have to do.
Keyboard?
Yeah, any mapping I have to do, I'm jumping to the mouse to do it, but I'm letting it do the walls and everything on its own, which is actually not recommended if you... Because, like, I played through the game a lot, so I remember where some of the secret walls were, but you need to look for those secret walls because you do need them later in the game.
Yes, 100%.
Alright, so trickery...
I think when I actually play this, I think I'll probably go keyboard-mouse.
Yeah, I'll show you the mapping thing in just a moment.
I've seen it. I mean, I watched your other video. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't played this one in probably a decade or so. Because I was in the middle of Etrian 2. That's the one I've still been kind of playing.
Yeah, I never made it too far in Etrian 2. I'm really far in 3 as well. That's another one I haven't finished.
Yeah, I was trying to play them in order, but like they're so long.
I think they did a pretty good job of the map layout, but the button layout could use a little work for controllers.
Yeah. Well, you can probably change the button layout on your controller.
Yeah. But like, just remembering how to switch between the different map setups and everything, it's... I don't think a new button layout would actually help it so much. It might just be more of a layout thing. It's hard to beat how the DS had it set up.
I mean, the DS just has 4 buttons and an L and an R and a cross pad, right? So you should be able to simulate that on a controller, unless you're using like a Genesis controller.
My attack medic. I think that's my favorite one, just a straight up attack medic. The healing defender is nice too. And by nice I mean, how am I going to get through this game? Oh god, did I bring an Ariadne thread?
I don't... I didn't see you buy one. You don't have one.
I don't know if it shows it in the battle menu.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. Check after you finish this fight. Kill the rabbit and kill the strange rat. Oh, that rabbit hits hard.
Yeah, for now. I don't have any defense in my protector yet, though. My protector is a healer.
I know, but, like, still.
Oh, right. Items. Ariadne thread.
You have one.
Very
Very
good. Alright. Get past these beasts.
Ah, FOEs.
F-O-E. F-O-E. Oh no. Blindsided by hares.
They're tough, apparently. Yeah.
They are. I mean, my biggest defense skill is going to be trickery, but I don't have it near where I need it yet.
Right.
Now we should be good with all attacks now. That was a close one.
Yeah, that went, gonna have to do some healing.
Yeah, the early levels for a party like this makes it really hard to heal, because you really need to put a lot of technique points into a defender, or protector, or whatever they're called. Hello. Oh, I can't risk that. That's like sure death. my first video, I accidentally wandered into the FOE at the end. Almost beat it.
Oh.
Come on, give me a battle.
Oh, because time still passes when you're in battles, right?
Yeah,
Each
yeah, the
turn is
FOEs
one-
can
each
wander
turn
in.
one- Oh, that sucks.
But no, I straight up like ran into the FOE.
Oh.
Oh,
then you have
hello
no
there,
one to blame
kept
but
silent.
yourself.
Just in time for lunch, huh? Final dungeon in Chrono Cross and you never went back to beat it. That's that sounds like me with a lot of stuff.
You would have quit playing Chrono Cross long before the previous final dungeon.
Maybe.
Part of me wants to love that game, and that part of me is
Dead inside?
not strong enough to make me love that game.
Oh, there
All
goes
right, one
Moppy.
dead.
Our biggest hitter is down.
Yep.
I don't remember having this much trouble with the hares the last time I played through. Am I forgetting something?
You mean like on the DS?
No, I mean with my last playthrough of this
Your
game.
last stream. Oh.
Yeah. Come on.
There he goes.
Just need to make some progress and then we can go resurrect our fella. Let's see. Which way did I have to go? I think it was... Nope, this way.
There, you have a map.
Oh no, I'm looking at the FOE that's gonna come after us.
Oh.
I feel like this party won't be too bad once we've actually got, like... Once my healer actually can have points in defense. For one thing. Oh boy. I think I was wrong. I think this is... Is this the one that... This is the one that follows me. Okay. Yeah. So I've got to go down here. Healer is down.
Alright. Healer's dead.
Basically, the party is done if we don't get out of here.
Well, you do have the Ariadne thread.
Yep, and this is what it's for. I mean, these early levels are always a grind like this, even if you've got a good party.
You get to the apothecary, he's just like...
Oh. Need the monies.
Yep, you gotta sell your stuff to revive your people.
Oh shoot, I can't afford an Ariadne thread now.
Probably not, no.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to pick up some materials while I was passing by.
Oh.
We're gonna go on a material run.
All right.
Oh my! Hey, we got kept silent over here in the chat is learning some hiragana and katakana over in a magical place we call work. It's not very magical, actually. Taking the break, studying the Japanese. Good stuff. Always stop for some materials.
Well,
even
mean,
if
clearly,
you're discovering hardwood.
You got some fruit.
Why is it
It's
saying I've
poisonous.
discovered it? Didn't I... I thought I gathered from here already.
I don't know. Did you like wipe
Or
the
did
party and have
maybe
to,
the
like,
maybe the
load
first
save?
game... No, I'm thinking maybe the first game actually used discovery instead of found. Because I think another game says discovery the first time.
Well, so there's a separate text thing for it going in your notebook, I think.
Yeah. Alright, now we can try and make some progress again.
You managed to eke enough pieces of wood out of the forest to revive people and get a spider's thread.
Get a good night's rest. Save them volts. Now, I don't remember reading about anyone doing any tweaking to this game, so maybe trickery was only as amazing as I remember if you had it maxed out.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true of a lot of the stuff in this game, especially.
But I remember it being kind of effective otherwise.
I don't know. I mean, how long has it been since you tried it?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Venom flies.
You're fighting level 2 butterflies. Be careful.
Oh, they're the worst, though. They're the absolute worst, because they'll poison you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, you can buy poison cures. And you can get spells. Your medic can get spells that take care of poison.
I don't know what you're talking about. My medic can only swing a club. Okay, more skill points. Customize your character today. We don't need any more points in Volt. Could probably use a bit more scavenge.
Oh, the updated skill screen is nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it as much as the original, but it's
Well, the original was just one long list.
Yeah, and it wasn't clear like what led to the next thing in it, but I don't know, it wasn't too hard to figure out in that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, the skill system in Etrian 1 is not too complicated, but like this is a more intuitive view than what they originally did. So I like that.
Okay. We're back where we basically started, and this is going to be where we get poisoned and die by venom flies.
Yeah, probably. Oh boy, you can recover ailments more quickly.
Usually you only need one for it to screw you.
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, poison was pretty bad in this game.
Oh yeah, especially at the beginning. Because like everything's working against you in the beginning. You can't afford antidotes. It's hard to get the cure spell. It's a huge sink on technique points.
Yeah. Do you think the party is annoyed with your choice of where they're putting those points?
Yeah, they're like, I want to learn this. No.
Like the protector's like, cool, I leveled up, and like she like sees you going over like like the healing skill, and she's like, no, def up, def up.
I mean, I'll have to do defense up to get, like, Flea and Stalker, which I'm planning on getting, but, you know.
Sure.
Like the things that'll make you a near-invincible healer that isn't actually able to heal a whole party. Because Cure and Cure 2 are the only ones that you get, and so you have no party heal with this particular setup.
Yeah.
which means that at some point I will have to give my combat medic some kind of healing skill. But I'm wondering if I can counteract that. Since I have a troubadour, I can just have the troubadour use. There's an HP per round heal that they get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have to get defense up to give my defender smite at some point.
What
That's
does
about
smite
it.
do again?
It's just an attack that does a headbind.
Why would you give this person an attack?
Well, I mean, they don't need it, but the headbind is really useful if you're up against magic creatures that you don't want to have to heal constantly against.
Look, you're either gonna make a healing protector, or you're gonna not make.
Okay,
a healing protector.
so a full healing protector. You have to do a couple points in Cure and Cure 2, but then you also have to get Shield Mastery, because Firewall, Ice Wall, and Volt Wall, once you get them past level 5, which, funnily enough, you don't want to do at endgame, but spoiler warning. But like, once you get it to level 6 and beyond with these, they'll actually heal you if you get attacked with that element. So that's yeah. I mean, there's a lot of elemental attacks, and you can usually tell when they're coming, so it is a way to heal. But that's the plan. The ins and outs of this game are great.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the mistake I made last time. I don't want to run into the FOE.
Yes, that's correct.
Ah, boy, how did I... Okay, where do I need to go? Not there. I need to go here. Okay, we made it. Almost.
Thank goodness you didn't get into a fight right in that spot. That would have been bad.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta run the gamut and take the risk.
Well, your survivalist can reduce the Doesn't the survivalist get like a tiptoe move or something?
Yeah, they do. So does the defender. I'm probably gonna get it for the defender.
Okay.
Because the survivalist, it's very important if you're going to play the stupid way I'm playing to give them certain skills like first hit.
Right.
Yeesh.
Yeah, criticals are like that. Dead.
Probably should have healed. Nah, he would have gotten the hit anyway.
Yeah, he would have gotten the hit anyway.
Okay, I don't think there were any secret doors down here. Okay, switching to mouse to do some mapping here.
Yep.
So we need a staircase going down. And I always like to draw in the...
Yeah,
Alright.
I usually did that too.
We made it to 3. This
Primitive
is like the
bloodshed.
best music in the game, and you only get to hear it in a couple parts.
Yep.
Unknown dangers.
They're not known. I mean, you can see it on your map. That giant red thing on the map.
Don't make it weird. It's unknown. Just go with it.
Huh.
Was this the one that... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Get it all mapped out, I guess.
There is an FOE in this room, so remember that. And new harder enemies.
Oh, jeez, mandrakes.
They look so harmless.
Yeah, they look harmless. Until they're murdering your family in front of you. Jerks. Oh, they got lots of hit points.
Oh yeah. And they have really good dodge, apparently.
I just don't think I've been grinding enough to beat them yet. But apparently I can.
They're gonna reduce your defense no matter what you want.
Well, they should be worth some good experience if we can get through this. I think they're just gonna keep spamming me with defense down if I keep using shelter, so... And that's not good.
Spoke too soon.
Maybe not. I thought that would be... Alright, we're gonna have to run back to town with our tail between our legs now.
That's gonna be happening a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even with a good party, it happens a lot. So.
Yeah. It's the way the game's played. We can...
He doesn't like you.
Push it a little further. Okay, now we're gonna go back. Well, it's enough to resurrect. Nothing new popped up, did it?
Something should have, because you got vines, which is a new item.
I think you need more of them.
Well, you might need more of them, but it'll
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'll show
of anything that anyone wants. It'll show up as needed.
Oh, I guess not. Maybe. Wait.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You can't afford any of it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Got one more of Gumhide for the buff coats.
Oh, that's easy enough.
I mean, I guess we just gotta start the gathering, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's the usual way of this game. You should always be gathering.
Yeah, it's just using discovered for everything. Maybe it was the third game where it says you've discovered...
Yeah.
Or no, it says you've discovered a new item when it's... Okay.
Well, this one does that too. It just did it when you fought the mandrakes. Wow, that tunnel is not obvious.
What?
The tunnel that you just went through.
Oh, yeah, no, it's one of the ones that, you gotta hump the walls for treasure again.
Well, no, but usually they had like a flower or something that designated that it was there, that you could at least see it if you were really observant.
No, you're thinking of the third game. The first game did not have any indicators like that.
Really?
Yeah.
The second one did, for sure.
I didn't play far enough into the second one to really remember, but I know the third one you would occasionally find something that kind of stuck out. This game, not so much.
Oh, I thought that... I feel almost certain that there was something in
there were certain parts of the game where it was like, you can't pass through this way, but it would show a vine, but there were also just straight up secret walls that you just couldn't do anything about.
Clawbell had your number.
Yeah, unless you zap them with an elemental attack, they do some damage for a while.
Now you just need to get your alchemist fast enough that they can outrun a slow crab.
Yeah. Oh, these were both chop. Why do I have different things on them? I've got a take on this one. Okay. Alright. We pulled some vines, and then we realized we weren't strong enough to pull any more vines. Time to head back and sell stuff. It's really weird how that works. So actually, the real way to do it is to just make a survivalist at the beginning of the game that has a ton of points and everything, so that you can just make some of that money really quick.
Yeah.
But I don't want to... Well, I mean, maybe I should waste time doing that. Maybe for next stream.
Well, so I usually, if I have to do, like, housekeeping, I will usually do it off-stream.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant, like, get it ready for next one.
Yeah. I mean, you can make more characters.
Yeah.
You can switch your party around and stuff, too, so... You're not permanently locked in this horrible party.
I mean, at some point it'll get to where it might be so much of a nuisance not being able to heal the whole party that I'll have to switch someone out.
Oh, you're gonna have to. There's gonna be some bosses near the end that you're not gonna be able to take on with this party. As is.
Like the Golem boss, no way.
I mean, yes, but that's an early one.
Yeah, that's not that early. I mean, you have to get to the 4th floor to fight that one.
Dude, there are 30 floors in the normal part of this game.
No, I mean like the 4th layer, 4th stratum. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have any character that can use axes. Oh god, axes are so good in this game, but if you're playing an axe Landsnecht, they miss so much.
Yeah. Well, actually, do they?
Yes, they do. I mean, they're very good. They don't miss so much that, you know, you can't do it. But it definitely...
There's no stat for it. Or tech is the stat for it. But I feel like if you make... Like, there's no... In a lot of games where they, like, give you axes and the axes have low accuracy, there's, like, a stat that the axe has. It's like, oh, this has an accuracy -3. But these aren't doing that. Maybe the later ones do, and I just don't remember.
I think it's just the way that there must be like hidden stats or something that you don't get to see for like which weapon is equipped, because I mean, if you play a sword, or maybe it's just I think the agility of the character determines that too, doesn't it? I don't really remember from game to game anymore.
Well, tech is the stat that determines accuracy.
Oh, okay. So maybe they just didn't get enough stuff that had tech in it with axes?
Maybe.
Or maybe I just wasn't giving them good tech equipment. Because I switched to a
that's fine.
sword-based one, and it was much more accurate.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we can't sleep, can we? Nope. And napping is the same, I forgot. Okay. Alright, we gotta make a little bit more money so that we can sleep, and then we can continue our adventure. I don't think we'll make it very far with what we've got now, so...
Wait. Huh. Interesting.
Was it tech?
No, agility... no, it's not. I'm looking this up. Tech is only used in formulas for elemental damage.
That's what I thought. Because, like, I remember Dark Hunters needed both tech and luck to be able to pull off their binds really well.
Yeah. We don't know all the specifics, but it doesn't affect accuracy or evasion much. It determines turn order.
Tech determines turn order?
No, agility. I'm looking at agility right now. But it doesn't do much.
Okay. That gives us enough to sleep.
Until you level up again.
My party is in poverty.
I like the fact that your party goes out at like 5 a.m. and it comes back at 10 and we're bushed.
I mean, they were fighting giant crabs. Giant enemy crabs.
You have barely been out of town for 4 hours. Yeah, we're exhausted. 2 of us are dead.
Maybe it's like 102 degrees on the first stratum. We don't know.
It doesn't look like it's 102 degrees.
It could be. We don't know what this fauna is.
It could be, but no one in the game complains about it in any way, and there's no, and there is actually a level that is a hot level, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Hey, kept silent, cool.
All right, have fun. I know it's real fun. Take it easy.
The grind sucks, but it has to be done.
I mean, it's Etrian. This is what you do. I made up my mind to stream this game. I don't care how boring it is for people. I'm streaming this game.
Well, this is probably better than like wizardry, straight up wizardry, which has none of the visual appeal.
Yeah. No, this is way more fun than wizardry to look at. Yeah, I didn't make enough to afford an Ariadne thread. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to do some housekeeping in between here.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Wrong button.
Click the correct button.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played games before.
This is my first video game. Also, I have no short-term memory. Or long-term memory. I forget what kind of memory I don't have, but it's the important one.
I don't have any short-term memory, and this is a 150-hour game. Good luck!
Uh-oh, where am I? why more games don't do the macro system that was in like Phantasy Star.
The macro system.
Yeah.
Which one was that? You mean like applying the spells and
Well, where you could like create systems of like, okay, if macro A is just everybody attacks.
Yeah.
Macro B is these 3 people attack and these 2 people cast spells. Macro C is that. It'd be really nice for a game like this.
Oh, we've got 30 TP. We can probably take on one of these FOEs now.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah. So instead of grinding away here boringly, let's see if we can. Well, this won't help.
Become outnumbered rapidly.
Yeah, I think we just did.
No,
Okay.
you can take this guy out in 2 turns.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to waste a volt to do it.
It's not a wasted volt if it.
It is if
alive.
it's what we need to beat the FOE.
Well, we'll see.
That helps.
Not bad.
All right, here goes.
The FOE just runs away.
I mean, I forget if
Alright,
it's a
it's
weapon or
range,
armor
though.
that we can get from beating this, but it'll help.
Yes, if you could afford it.
Okay, attack, trickery. Okay, so the real trick is when you're fighting an FOE, if you can get your boost up before you start the battle, trickery boosted, the FOEs will miss constantly.
Okay. Quarter of its hit points in 1 turn. That's not too bad. It's using Scream, which is not missing, but it is having no effect. That's good.
It helps. Every little bit helps. Every mistake
Yeah.
that the FOE makes helps.
Keeps you alive for 1 more turn.
Alright. Cure.
There's a button that you can push to tell if your effects are still on the FOE. I thought there was. You're looking at your party.
Oh,
Maybe-
RB. Okay. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, so it's still got trickery on it for 2 more turns. Okay,
That was a
it's
close
time to
one.
Scream. It's done. You got it.
Oh, it'll take at least 1 more turn. But now we got it.
He's got just a sliver. I thought that Volt would take him out. Crit chips down. It didn't drop anything.
Oh no, it you get the oh yeah, no, you're right, it didn't.
It didn't drop anything.
Doggone it. Oh well, we can fill out more of the map at least. I think there's a secret door down here, so we'll have to check on our way back.
Yeah.
Can't remember
But
what's down here,
usually
though.
it helps to fill out the map first, and then you can usually tell where there's likely to be.
Well, you kind of have to scan the walls if you don't do it right away.
Yeah. No, I mean that's true, but you can narrow down what walls you have to scan. Is my point.
I know there's like a bull down here or something, another larger FOE.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to take that one out. Not with a dead alchemist.
Nothing.
Nope. Dead end.
And this way was the other FOE. Pretty sure.
You might have a little ways to go. I mean, you'll see it in your FOE meter, I think.
There it is.
There he is.
Yeah, we can't fight that one.
No. I mean, you can. You can't win against that one.
So if I recall, agility also has a lot to do with critical hit in this game.
I don't remember. There's a nice crystal ore.
Alright.
Write the color of the crystal.
Oh, did they have different colors in this one?
I thought they did, but I could be wrong.
Whatever. Let's go get back and get our Ariadne thread and,
Get massacred by venom flies.
yeah. No, let's not do that.
Remember what happens if you get wiped in this game? You just get a game over and have to go to your last save? Is that what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah. Game over, last save. Have fun collecting all the stuff that you found.
Well, it's less bad than wizardry.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
Uh-huh.
I think we just have to try to escape again. There we go.
Somebody got out.
That can be really bad.
Yeah.
Like, missing an escape once in this game can be a death sentence.
It can get you really close to the edge.
Yeah, we can probably handle these guys. Probably. Looks like we need another point in cure.
Yes, yeah, that's the problem. I like the idea of that you're like the leader or like the administrator of this mercenary group, and like you're bringing these people into your mercenary team, and like I'm just thinking of like Etrian 3 where the classes were really bizarre, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like at a desk and someone walks up and they're like, yeah, I'd like to join your mercenary troop. I think I can add something to the team. I'm a Lanzknecht. I'm very skilled with the sword. I can do this. I can do that. I have this special attack. And you're like, great. How are you at farming?
Oh, I wonder if we can escape from this guy. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
you can escape. It only makes him more interested in chasing you down. Oh, you're not gonna be able to take him.
Yeah, I'll just lose a character.
Okay, I guess. All right, that's 2 down.
I am also playing it on the highest difficulty, which doesn't really mean too much, but it probably wouldn't quite be this hard if I had played just the basic game.
I guess. I don't know what exactly the difficulty level does in this game.
All right.
Enough money to revive your 2 dead and possibly sleep. Probably not sleep. No, you're not sleeping.
Leave me alone.
I mean, the trick is to pick a party that has 1 idiosyncrasy. So someone's like, "Oh, you put that character there. That's a really neat idea. I've never tried the game like that." You're just like, "Okay, you, attacker, no defense. You're in the back ranks using a short-range weapon." And it's like, "Okay." And you, medic, don't heal anybody. What? But I have the bag with the medicine in it. No, don't use it. You're not allowed to use it. Okay,
just put it away. Don't even look at it.
You're on healing. Do I get a shield? No, you're on healing. Did you hear me?
I don't know if I actually did give my defender a shield. I think she has a shield.
Uh-huh. Well, you might not be able to afford one yet.
That should give us enough to sleep, right?
I wasn't paying attention to how much got dropped.
You know what'd be great? Just like deleting a character every time it dies and replacing it with a new character. You would never get through this game that way.
Probably not, no. I mean, you're gonna need to sell the stuff first. You know, you could lose characters permanently in wizardry and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, this game doesn't work like because if you tried to do that in this game, then you would always be like losing the same character that you replaced because they take so long to level.
Yes. Well, I mean, characters take longer to level in wizardry too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's no certain way to protect characters if you bring them to places that they would be able to level quickly in. I think.
Yeah, the same is
it true in wizardry? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, in the first wizardry, from the second level on, you start facing enemies that can just insta-kill characters if they hit.
That's
like,
just lovely.
Decapitated. Game over for that character. I mean, so in wizardry, what happens is when a character dies and gets revived, they age a year, and they will eventually die of old age. So. The other problem with wizardry is that practically every version of it, except for the original Apple II version, has some kind of game-breaking or nearly game-breaking bug.
Oh, that's fun.
Like the NES version, armor class doesn't work.
What?
It just doesn't do anything. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything.
How can you play the game?
I mean, you just gotta power through. That was not as bad as the MS-DOS version. The MS-DOS version has the leveling effects all messed up, so that you almost certainly lose all of your stats every time you level. So your character actually just gets weaker and weaker throughout the game. I've had characters die from leveling up because their vitality went to 0.
How? Oh my God! Well, I mean, I guess back then was. I guess there were also games that just didn't get tested too well back then, huh?
Oh yeah, totally.
It sounds like it's just the porting issue. It's like whoever ported them didn't bother testing them.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a porting issue because the issues did not exist in the original Apple II. They just existed on every port. I think that the version I'm playing right now is the PlayStation version, which has only one major bug, and that bug is that if you walk into a no magic zone, you remain stuck in a no magic zone until you change floors. Which does kind of suck.
So even if you walk out of it, you still can't use magic.
Correct, including healing magic, teleportation magic, etc.
That just sounds like a party.
Oh well, I mean, there's only
a party wipe.
It can be. I got really close the other day. I walked into a no magic zone and I was like, oh wait, I have to go. This is not good. And then I walked like 2 steps and I got into a fight with like 6 dragon puppies, and they all decided to breathe on me at the same time. So my whole party just got bathed in flames for a turn before we could run away. And like I think 2 or 3 of us died. It was hilarious. It was at that point that I realized that what you actually need to do in that game is like start every character as a fighter and build them up a few levels so they get some hit points, and then class change them to the magic user class. Because that's the only thing that you maintain in a class change is hit points.
I see.
And known spells, but not the spell casting ability. It's complicated. I still love wizardry and I don't know why.
So is there any glaring problem with the Apple II one, or is that just the best of the ones that...
Well, that's the original. It was the one that was programmed properly. Everything else is a port.
So the original one doesn't have any really big bugs?
No, there's no bugs in the Apple II version.
Oh, nice. So that's the one I should play.
There's probably some bugs in the Apple II version, but there's none of the game-breaking bugs that were introduced in every freaking port. Frankly, unless you have like a penchant for self-abuse, probably you don't even want to bother playing Wizardry 1 through 3. You probably want to play Wizardry 5, and then 6 and 7.
I mean, yeah, that tracks.
Because Heart of the Maelstrom, Wizardry 5, is fantastic. And the Super Nintendo version is really, really well produced. And then 6 and 7 and 8 are a trilogy, which is interesting. You could transfer characters between them, and they're a completely different system of like rules. And then there's all the wizardry imitations that came out of Japan, and those are usually well programmed. I have dozens of those.
We should fight another FOE.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
It had no drops for us last time. We need to fix that.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-oh.
Confusion.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see what happens.
Too bad.
Yeah, I think we got this.
Nope,
we don't got this. We do not have characters that can do damage beyond Sprit Chip.
Well. She is your major damage dealer, yeah.
Party wipe.
Oh, you're wiping. Yeah.
It seemed so much easier last time.
Well, it didn't snipe your, the labyrinth swallowed all indeed. You've been saving, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
It auto-saves when you stay at the inn in this one.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, that's
a thing.
Yeah. We've put a good hour into this, and I know that you don't have all night, so there's no problem just calling the stream here. Had a nice party wipe, and I could definitely do with, like you said, a bit of housekeeping, getting some monies for my party. I don't want to bore people to death streaming this if I don't have to. Although I think, honest to God, this is so much more fun to stream with you here and talk about other games and things while I'm doing it. So this, if I can arrange it like once a week to do Etrian with you here, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if we can just set up some kind of schedule that I can be aware of, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but we can take care of all of that off stream. I'll go ahead and yeah. So like, oh, did we even mention who you are before I started streaming?
I did. Yes, it's fine. Don't worry.
This is a guy who actually streams right and has all his ducks in a row. So go watch Koranik's channel. You'll love it. I guess I'll put a link.
You might. I play some weird games, and I don't play very. I guess I'm saying this to you, but I'm also a fairly small-time streamer in the sense that I stream 3 times a week approximately. So,
yeah, but you've been doing it for 7 years, and you know what you're doing.
I mean, you know, I still make mistakes on stuff, so it happens.
Either way, the important thing is, like, so it's a lot of streamers...
The other day, I turned off the volume on the wrong thing. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna cough or something, so I'm gonna mute myself, and I muted the game instead, and then coughed loudly into the microphone. Oh, it's great. I was like, that's not the right bounce in that. Oh, dang it.
Oh, that's great. Well, I guess that's some Etrian for the day. That's as long as I play Etrian once a week, I think I'm a happy person.
Etrian is good stuff.
Yeah. Is there any other important games that are in this genre that we could mention real quick?
In the 3D first-person dungeon crawler?
Yeah, like the
sure.
Experience
I mean, like,
Inc. games, or what's that one that you just did a review on?
So I just did a review of Arcana for SNES, which is like I would call it baby's first dungeon crawler, but it's actually a really well-written game that doesn't pull punches in like the dialogue and writing. So that's a good one. But no, I'm thinking of stuff more modern. Like Mary Skelter series is really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And huge. Like for a sense of scale, Wizardry. The first Wizardry had 10 floors of 20 by 20 squares each floor, and Mary Skelter has some levels that are almost that large. The first one does, at least. There's Stranger in Sword City, or the sequel to that. Those are both by Experience Inc.
Savior of Sapphire Wings.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And
Stranger in Sword City. That's probably my favorite one out of that particular. Like, that's Experience Inc., right?
Experience Inc. are the grand masters of modern dungeon crawlers. That's just what they are.
Yeah, I think Stranger of Sword City is probably my favorite out of all of them.
It's really good. It's really, really good. There's I mean, if you've got like a way to play Vita games, there's that Dungeon Travelers game, which is really good.
Dungeon Travelers 2. I don't think the first one is on there.
The first one didn't get localized here, no.
But 2 is great. Wasn't it like? Am I wrong in remembering that?
2 it's good. It's a little bit anime niche kind of style, like in a big way. So if you don't like that kind of art style, you might not enjoy that one. But it's a solid dungeon crawler with good maps. There's Labyrinth of Refrain, Labyrinth of Galeria. Those both came out recently, and
those games were amazing.
Those ones are actually pushing dungeon crawlers like in a good direction, because they have things like dynamic levels that you have to edit in order that you have to like break walls and stuff in order to solve puzzles. So those are
Yeah, that
really
was
good.
crazy.
Yeah, it was a really neat addition to the like the dungeon crawler.
I
What you call it?
remember you
Pastiche.
calling me and being like, "Yeah, so they gave me this thing in this game, and so I'm playing a dungeon crawler, and now I can just smash through any wall I want." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's really good. Um, there is there is an old wizardry game that came out a long time ago. They did a remake of it called Wizardry: The Five Ordeals. That got put out on Steam, and it has an English translation now, which is nice. What else have we got? Um, Legend of Grimrock and its sequel are also really good and in this kind of genre. Although they require a little bit of actual like reflexes, so they're not
Yeah,
entirely
they're
turn based.
real-time action, kind of like the old Eye of the Beholder, was it?
Eye of the Beholder, they're actually closer to Dungeon Master because of the fact that you have like food and water requirements and
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that. um, yeah, I really love dungeon crawlers, and I have a bad habit of buying basically every dungeon crawler that I can get my hands on.
Fortunately, they don't release too
Star
many of
crawlers is
them.
another good one. No, they're definitely niche.
What
Like
was that last one?
they're Star crawlers.
Oh right, yeah.
Star crawlers
Shoot,
is really good
I keep
in a
forgetting I have
sci-fi
that.
world instead. Yeah, I do too. um, yeah, there's also the Elmanage series, which is also really good.
I haven't gotten anywhere in that because I need to go buy some graph paper. It's one of them ones that you need to map out yourself, and I just forgot
Yes,
to. I sat down to play it, and I started the dungeon. Then I was like, wait a minute, where's the map? I don't even know. They don't even have like a map spell in the game for you, do they?
they do. Yes,
But it's like
but
one you
like
can't use constantly.
well, so they end up giving you they end up giving you an item. So there's two Elmanage games. There's Elmanage Classic and Elmanage um some other word.
Enhanced or something.
Gothic, Elmanage
Gothic, yeah.
Gothic. And one of them gives you a map item early on, which is good and usable. The other one does not.
Okay, so maybe I should start a game in Gothic. Yeah, these games are
Yeah,
great. Like I know that they kind of made a comeback there for a while. I don't know how popular they got, but I mean Etrian definitely had a lot to do with that.
there's a lot of influence from Etrian. There's a lot of influence from the fact that wizardry was really popular in Japan, and so there are a lot of companies that started making wizardry clones and like wizardry like updates kind of. They even there was even it's on Steam and GOG now, but there's a game called Wizardry City of Lost Souls or something. Uh, there's a wizardry game, and the startup screen to it has this this line called Wizardry Renaissance, where the idea was that there was going to be a renaissance of wizardry style games from some company in Japan, and there were two games, and then it kind of fizzled out, unfortunately.
Yeah, I never picked up the second one.
But I mean, honestly, Etrian Odyssey series is one of the most well balanced dungeon crawlers that there is. Like the Elmanage ones, the balance is kind of just as bad as old Wizardry. Um, then you've got like the Stranger in Sword City, which is a little bit tricky to balance, but Etrian is pretty like right at the right level of like things are balanced and you don't have to do too much crazy stuff. So
Except maybe the first one. But like for the most part, Etrian just like cannonballed this kind of game into the mainstream because
yes,
it's really easy to get into. You you can actually figure it out pretty straightforward. It doesn't
yeah,
require like back in the day when we were kids and it was like Bard's Tale and Wizardry games. You didn't have to sit down and plan out everything. You could actually
yes,
just dive right in and figure it out on the fly. And
yeah,
it made it really easy to adjust your party if you had to, which is
yep.
not easy to do in a lot of the other games I've tried.
That's very true. That's another balance issue that a lot of these games have problems with. There's I was gonna mention what was it? Uh, I lost it. I feel like there was one other one that I was gonna mention, but I cannot remember what it was.
I can't think of. We've gone through a lot of the ones that I already know. I mean, there's Tokyo Babel and
Oh, those, yeah. So there's actually a visual novel called Tokyo Babel, and then there's actually another game made by the company that made the Zith series, and I think that was Experience, wasn't it?
yeah,
Or was that
because it was Tokyo Babel and what was the first one?
Tokyo? Oh gosh, I can find this. Hold on.
I really can't remember the first one.
Operation Babel and
Oh,
Operation
Operation Babel, yeah. Operation
Operation Babel,
Abyss.
not Operation Abyss and Operation Babel. Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones are they're also very wizardry esque, including some of the bad points of wizardry where it's a little bit unbalanced at times.
They also had those games that were like more cartoonish.
Well, there was like um, gosh, what was it was called?
Demon's Gaze.
Like Demon Gaze. Yeah, there were two of those. Those are pretty good. Um, though they're also kind of niche just in their anime-ness. But there was oh gosh, there was another. These games are niche, but there's actually quite a few of them. I guess is the point.
Yeah. And they're really fun. They're games like I mean, they're games that are
A
definitely
lot of people don't like these games because they require pen and paper usually.
and a lot
They
of
have a lot
time. They're
of
time
they have a lot
sinks.
of time, and they have a lot of like, oh, I pushed the wrong button and my party wiped.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna sit down to an Etrian game, I mean, you're looking at a solid 100 hours for Etrian 1 if you're lucky. Probably more like 150.
Yeah, something like that. They're good value for if you like the gameplay, if you enjoy the gameplay, they're good value for your buck.
And they've got them on PC now, so you can just like sit back in a recliner and
I
just
mean, I'm hoping that this Etrian Origins thing, where they've got 1, 2, and 3, gets enough sales that they bring out one with like 4, 5, and what was the dungeon crawler one called?
that was Mystery Dungeon, Etrian Mystery
Yeah, Mystery
Dungeon.
Dungeon. Like that would be another cool trilogy to
Which,
see.
if the Etrian games are the best of the dungeon crawlers, Etrian Mystery Dungeon is probably the best, like, uh,
Oh, it's the best top down roguelike ever.
yeah, yeah,
Like
easily.
it's easily the best one.
I played a couple that like they're there, but they're not. They just don't have as much in them.
Yeah.
The people that worked on Etrian games were just they were on their A game, and I really wish that they would announce another one instead of all these Persona. I know the Persona games are the moneymaker, but Persona 3 already existed, and it's not like the fan base for Etrian was dying; it was growing.
I mean, so there were also that's another set actually. There was the Persona Q
Oh yeah, yeah. The
games.
people that made these Etrian games made similar dungeon crawlers, but they used the Persona franchise. So there actually are Persona games that are dungeon crawlers like the
Yes,
Etrian games, and they're really
and they're
good
both
too.
they're both really good. Yeah.
And they're not like carbon copies of an Etrian game either, because they use all the elemental differences that the Persona games used. Or I
Yeah, the
guess I guess that would be
combat
the
is a
Shin
lot
Megami
more.
Tensei. Uh, they use
Yeah,
they
it's the
use
same
like the
thing. I
lightning
mean,
effects that
Persona's a spin-off of Shin Megami, so
yeah, yeah, but like the old Shin Megami, like maybe Devil Survivor, where they had the strategy game. I think it was Devil Survivor. The
that was a
strategy
strategy game. That
one.
one's fairly recent, relatively speaking.
Yeah, it was the first one on 3DS is the one
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. I don't know if it was a port or if that was actually just its own game, but
No, that was its own game. It was I think it was a 3DS exclusive.
yeah, it was I think it was the first 3DS game that I bought, and
But that's a turn-based strategy game, so it's a very different animal from
well, the
Dungeon
point
Crawler.
is that it uses that system of like this element does this and this element will
Yes.
do this effect, and you had to kind of balance what attacks you were using to help determine the flow of the battle.
Yeah.
So it's not a carbon copy of Etrian. It looks the same, like at a glance, like the dungeon layouts and everything are the same. Not like the same maps, but like they kind of you wander around the same way. But within the game, when you're doing combat and things, it it's set up the same, but it uses a different system. So you're not just like picking some skills and trying to make a party that works. You're actually looking at each battle like, okay, I have to lightning this character to stun it, and then I have to try and attack it as it comes out. It was just weird stuff. I don't remember exactly, but they're good
Hmm.
games.
Hmm.
I count them as Etrian games. Like the only thing missing from my Etrian collection is the second Persona Q.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one. Those games had some amazing tchotchkes that came with them when they came out. Like the first one, I think had a full fledged 3DS case that came with it,
Yeah, it did. It did.
and
I actually
that's a
keep my PSP in that.
yeah blasphemer.
Or was it the Vita? I had something that I kept in it,
Yeah,
but it wasn't the 3DS because I never really put that in a case because I was always using it.
I always kept my stuff in cases because my 3DS was one of those limited edition Fire Emblem ones, and I was like, it must not be scratched.
I mean, I don't understand how people like let them get so scratched up. I remember one time years ago, I was trading in a Nintendo DS Lite, I think, to
Yeah.
get the 3DS. I think that's what I
Yep.
was doing.
Yep.
And I handed it in, and the guy that I gave it to was just like, "This is the most perfect 3DS or perfect DS that I have
Yeah.
ever seen come into the store to be sold." And I was just like, I mean, I take care of my stuff, but it's not like I went out of my way. I always put it on a
Yeah.
shelf when I was done with it and closed the case. That's all I did. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, there are people who don't go that far.
I mean, I
Oh,
like to.
I was gonna mention. There's a new Bard's Tale. There's Bard's Tale 4 came out fairly recently.
Yeah, I would like to
I
go
have
through
it, but I
those.
haven't played it.
And it's actually like a dungeon crawler. It's not like that one that came out where it was.
No, that spinoff was a fluke. It wasn't bad, but it was a fluke.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to check out that. All right, well, that should uh, that should be enough food for thought that for anyone that wants to play them. So
Yeah, I mean, you could chop this out as like a separate video of like we talk about dungeon crawlers
no, 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 no.
and our
I'm
bizarre love for dungeon crawlers.
I'm gonna chop it out and then I'm just going to like cut out every other second of the video and then like squish them together and put one on one end and one on the other and it'll make no sense at all. I'm not really gonna do that.
Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
All right. Until next time then.
Until next time.